Hey YouTubers, Starfire here. Raven was not able to come tonight for Supergirl because she's working, so I'm going to do the review on my own. See how well this goes. No, I'm just kidding. I should be fine. But anyway, yeah. So I will be doing Supergirl Season 2, Episode 7, I believe. Let me check. Should have prepared myself a little bit better. Yes. Season 2, Episode 7, entitled The Darkest Place. So when the episode started out, they were all talking about, like, the Guardian, and they were, sitting around talking about it. And, Kara had her suspicions, and she didn't know how she felt about him and stuff, and, so anyway, if you've seen the episode, you know what happened, you know what it's about. So I'm pretty much just going to go into the things that I liked about the episode, because that's usually what Raven and I do when we do our reviews. So yeah. Anyway, what I liked about it was that we got to see Maggie and Alex kind of talk it out, because like she explained to her how she felt, and Alex is like, you made it pretty clear that you didn't want me and all of this stuff, and so she finally let Maggie explain herself and say that she doesn't have that many people that care about her, or that she cares about, and she really cares about Alex a lot, and she doesn't want to lose her from her life, and she just hopes that they can be friends again. And Alex is like, yeah, we'll meet tomorrow night or whatever. So I'm glad that she's, willing to be friends again, because I like that relationship. So, yeah. So I liked that. I also liked that we got to see Jeremiah again, Dean Cain. That was really great. And he helped Kara and MonEl because they were imprisoned by Cadmus, and she took some of Kara's blood, which I think there's a reason for that, because she probably wants to like clone her and make her like make another super villain type thing or whatever, which is really weird, because she wants to like get rid of all the aliens that are on Earth, but at the same time she's probably going to use Kara's blood for like some big experiment. So yeah. Oh, and they also were saying that they wonder if Lena knows that her mom is the head of Cadmus. So I guess we'll find out in upcoming episodes. Not next week, but maybe the week after? Maybe further into the season? I don't know. So maybe we'll figure out how Lena's involved with everything. Because as of right now, she doesn't seem like a bad person. But she is a Luthor, so... But she's not an actual Luthor because she was adopted. So, yeah. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, I also liked at the end when MonEl was like, is Kara mated? Because, like, on our planet, we have arranged marriages, and, like, once we get to a certain age, we're, like, latched to that person. And Wynn's like, well, here we call it getting hitched, and, no, we're pretty much allowed to choose our own mate. And he's like, well, does Kara have one? And James is like, no, why do you ask? And he's like, just, stuff for future reference. So there could be some potential for some Kara and MonEl. And I know Raven's not really shipping it right now, but I can see it. And I actually would not be unhappy with it. I would actually be kind of excited about it. So, I mean, I like Kara and James, and I do hope that eventually they get back together and figure out what they want and actually are able to have a relationship. But it is a CW, and they don't make things easy for us when it comes to couples. So maybe we'll see her with somebody else for a while. I mean, we did see James with Lucy Lane for a while in the first season, so yeah. But I actually would not be upset about MonEl and Cara. I actually would be kind of interested in that relationship, so kind of anxious to see where that's going to go. Also, Jonathan, the guy that's the head of DEO. I always forget his name. Martian dude. Green Martian dude. I'm so sorry. Why do I forget his name? Anyway, he found out that he's like got the white Martian blood now, and that, you know, they were at the camp together and they were trying to exterminate all the green Martians, and so like he has the white Martian blood in him now, and there's nothing that he can do to stop it. And so then at the end of the episode, we see somebody go to, it looked like the ice sculpture. Why am I blanking on what that's called? Seriously. Fortress of Solitude. Is that even what it was? It was some ice-looking thing in a snowy place. Anyway, if that's not what it was, anyway, we saw this man, and this robot was like, you know, unidentified person, you need to leave. And like, we see this person like drip blood on them and then put it on top of this like book, I'm assuming, or something, and it like, you know, activates it. And you see him take off the mask, and he's like, tell me everything you know about Medusa. And I'm like, what? So like, oh my gosh, I have no idea what that means, but it's something pretty wow, oh my gosh type moment. I'm sure Raven would be able to explain a lot more about what that is if she was here. But since she's not, I'm just gonna kind of be like, wow, I'm sure it's something that's pretty big. So yeah. What else? Oh, I also liked the line from MonEl where he was like, here they, you know, they say if you like it, you put a ring on it. And it just totally, it was so funny because it's like made me think of the Single Ladies Dance. And that was probably the point. It was probably supposed to make me think of it, but it was just so funny. So yeah. What else? I like that Alex potentially knows about the Guardian. I mean, Wynn, of course, does, and Kara was like, you know about him? So I'm sure that he'll be revealed eventually. I'm not sure when, but I'm sure that it will happen. I mean, whether or not it's soon, we don't know, but yeah. With a lot of these superhero shows now, most of the people on there know their identity. So, I mean, they do on The Flash and they do on Arrow, so I'm not surprised that it wouldn't happen on, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened on Supergirl this soon either. But, yeah. I don't really think I have a lot of dislikes for this episode. There was a lot going on, and while there were certain areas where I missed a few things, I don't think that there was anything that was necessarily bad about it. Like, Supergirl's always exciting. There's always something to look forward to in the episode, whether I know what's going on or not. It's always exciting because, like, if I don't, she's usually here to, like, tell me about it, whatever the specific thing is that's being, you know, dealt with in the episode. So, yeah, I'm sure when she watches it, she'll have a lot of thoughts. So, she might comment on here and give those thoughts. But anyway, I feel like I'm not giving enough information about the episode. So, what were some of the things you guys really liked about it? Were they a lot of the same things that I mentioned? Were they different things? Is there anything that you wanted me to talk about that I didn't? Anything like that, just let me know. I would like to know. Let's see. Next week is the crossover. It's going to be just completely different from what's going on in all the other shows. If we are able to do a video for every episode of the crossover, we will. But our schedules are very different, and, you know, she's not always able to come over because she's working. I have school that's stressing me out right now, especially because we're getting down to the last the last about 3-4 weeks of the semester. So, yeah. But anyway, I'm usually always available in the evenings, even if she's not. But the point is, we will try very, very hard to get all of the reviews done for the crossover episodes. If we're not able to, then you're probably just going to have to settle for Supergirl and the Flash like normal. And, you know, that's okay, because we don't review Legends. We're just going to be doing that because it's part of the crossover. And she does Arrow, but she's way behind on that. So, I mean, you know, I'm not usually a part of the Arrow reviews anymore because I don't really watch the show. But I will be watching the crossover episode because it's the 100th episode as well. And I do want to see that because it's a special episode. But the point is, like, even if I don't watch Arrow, I still want to be a part of the review for this one. And Legends, there's no guarantee that I will be caught up by the time the crossover episode airs. And if I'm not, I'm probably going to be really confused about what's happening. So I might actually not watch that episode, and we'll, like, see. I mean, I probably will, but I have a little over a week to get caught up, to watch all the rest of season 1 and what they've aired of season 2 so far. And with how busy I am, there's no guarantee that I'm going to get caught up before next Thursday. So, we'll see. I will probably still watch the crossover and just have to have her explain stuff to me. But because I would like to watch it, I like Legends. I've only watched the pilot so far. And there's so many other things that I'm, like, trying to get caught up on and watch right now as well. So I will really try to, like, watch more episodes, like, this week and this weekend and all of that so that I can get caught up. But yeah. So schedule permitting, we will try to get all 4 reviews done. If not, we'll probably just do Supergirl and The Flash for sure, because those are the 2 shows that we do review. And like I said, she does do Arrow, but she's way behind on that. So I don't even know if she's all caught up with the episodes or not. I don't think she is. But because she's like, because I never know for sure, and she doesn't even know for sure what day she's working, she might end up having to work on, like, a Wednesday or Thursday, and we wouldn't be able to do the reviews for Arrow or Legends. And on Wednesdays, I get home, like, almost at 8 o'clock at night when Arrow would be on. So, because my class gets out at 7:10 and it takes me, like, 35 to 40 minutes to get home. So I usually have very little time before 8 o'clock. But like I said, we will try really hard. If we're not able to, then I'm sorry. But it's not going to be any different than it normally is because regardless of whether she's here or not, I will still get the Supergirl and Flash episodes up. Flash reviews up like normal. It's just the other two that we're, worrying about. But yeah. So anyway, I hope that you guys enjoyed this episode. It was really great. A lot of new things came out and were revealed. I'm glad we got to see Jeremiah again. That was great. And like the little stuff with MonEl and Kara and Alex and Maggie. So, and then just learning more about like White Martian and Green Martian. So, and how they're going to be connected in that way too. So, yeah. Like I said, if there was anything that I didn't talk about, just feel free to talk about your thoughts in the comments. Thank you for all the reviews. Seriously, thank you for all the views on our Supergirl reviews. It's really awesome that you guys are enjoying them. And I believe we have 48 subscribers now. So yay, we only need 2 more to get to 50. So continue to watch and continue to share our videos and subscribe and comment and do all that fun stuff. And we'll get something done for you guys. Obviously, it will be when we have more time. Even if we end up doing like a video individually, like let's say we do end up doing like a question and answer, like we end up doing our own separate videos for that, where like I do a video like this and answer your questions, and she does her own video and answers your questions. That way, like, it doesn't matter when it gets done. It just will be when we have time. But we will still do something fun, regardless of when it happens. We will do something for when we get to 50 subscribers. So, yeah. All right. As always, continue to let us know any requests or any ideas you have about what you would like to see us do. Other than that, that's all I have to say. So until next time, love yourself and be happy.